Okay, recording this video, it's 11:25 AM Chicago time, Friday, 4th November 2011. I'm done trading for the day, but just want to do an intro video before tacking on one of my day trades today. 40,500 tip bar chart. This is what I put up a video about last night, just saying we're incredibly weak up here, just pulled past, pushed past resistance on this highest time frame tip bar chart. Blue professional bars kind of coming in. I thought we might kind of test down, and what I was saying was these bullish divergence signals with the exhaustion pattern kind of almost forms a bit of a straight line here, and it would be unusual for us just to kind of rally on without having some kind of other testing down volume into this kind of area somewhere between the previous exhaustion selling signal and bullish divergence, something like that. You know, effectively a flushing out of those sellers. And in fact what we've had at cyclical support on this 40,500 tip bar chart is an exhaustion signal, so it's not as extreme as the one we had at the beginning of the week, the Monday, Tuesday. I mean, this was just huge activity kind of coming down. So that's what we've had. You can see that the support level appears to be holding at the moment. So that was what I was looking for, some kind of flushing out pattern like that. So yeah, we could be setting up for kind of a rally, funnily enough now. So we'll see. We've still got the 135-minute chart to make pullback to end of trend on that, and that's not happened so far today as of 11:30 in the morning. In terms of trade, I'm just going to tag on. I mean, we started the beginning of the day, so I had a bearish bias from the beginning of the day, and you can see, as I talked about in the video yesterday, the 4,500 tip bar chart at the end of yesterday kind of maxed out, pullback to end of trend up here with exhaustion buying signals and then bearish divergence after a second exhaustion buying. So we really maxed out here, and then overnight we had some weakness, and then we had employment numbers at 7:30 kind of came out, caused this volatility. A lot of blue professional bars kind of came in here, and then we started to decline into the open, and then we had a little kind of rally at the open, and then we set off in terms of this downtrend leg, which was really quite a nice one. And then we got exhaustion selling on the downside that mirrored the exhaustion buying that we'd had at the end of yesterday, and that kind of got everybody, all the sellers had sold at that point there. I thought the price destruction would have been a little bit more than what we had, but anyway, it was plenty. And then we've kind of formed a bullish divergence signal at this lows at 35s, 34, 35s, almost like a double bottom here. It tried to make a pullback to end of trend sequence, but we got to amateur down bars, testing down to the lows. There's our bullish divergence signal goes off, and then we just didn't have time to make an end of trend. We just kind of powered on through the pullback level there. So it looks like today at least might be a reversal day. From the open, form a low, and then kind of head back up. On the 1500 tip bar chart, here was the open, and we'd had exhaustion selling into the open and some bullish divergence prior, and that's why we had a little bit of a rally, and it formed a tiny little pullback to end of trend sequence. Got a little pullback, an end text just printed there with a flush signal. And so I actually took 3-point loss, 1-point loss, and then a 2-point loss, my first two trades, because it was almost as if this thing wanted to break above here. And let me just show you on the 500 tip bar chart. This is from the open right here. Support was seemingly holding, and then we had this whole family of flush signals flushing out the sellers at that point, and it was trying to rally through, and I thought we'd break through 49, and we just couldn't go. And when you look at this, you can see all these Rambo patterns, all these amateurs trying to buy that breakout, 1, 2, and then a third one trying to buy into there, expecting it to just break through 49 and kind of keep going. And then we tested back in, blue professional bars kind of come in. The amount of buying that was going on though was incredibly weak. All of this right on the zero line, all these bearish divergence signals here. And I was holding out for that long trade, and eventually just reversed and went short at 46.75 into this decline here, and then rode this pattern down, which was quite nice. And I had an 8-point winner, which for me is unusual. Usually I'm just gunning for 4, but I pushed it out to 8. I've had actually 2 of those this week and been really happy. The reason for pushing it out was because I think there was a little bit more in it, and so initially we had around the initial target we had a pro signal exit here, so the initial target would have been about 42.25, which was around here. So blue professional bars come in with exhaustion, and that was a nice place to kind of get out, but then it kept on, it just had a weak pullback into a downtrend here, and then just kept on going, and so I got taken out at 38.75, which was right down here on this extreme, and then it kind of kept on going again. This move actually ended up with a dirty end of trend. So we had this end of trend, didn't hold, we kept on moving through, came back, tried to break above here, blue professional bars kind of come in, and then we finally make another exhaustion selling here, signal down here. This was kind of at I think about 35.5, this one was 34.5, and then finally that's where the rally kind of gets going from there. But that was a dirty end of trend, so pull back to a dirty end of trend because the pullback levels violated here. The end of trend doesn't signal as a clean end of trend, and then we've had a little bit of a rally kind of so far. So there we go. I'll tag on that day trade. Might do a video over the weekend just looking at the charts when they end up for the end of the day. But that's me done for the day, and I hope you had a good day's trading, and I hope you had a good week's trading. Reverse went shorts 46.75. 46.75, so for a loss of 2, and no, it just didn't want to go. I just can't believe this with all these flush signals here. Everybody was kind of getting going, getting ready for a break, and then it just didn't want to go. So now we're breaking under support on the 500 tip bar chart. We've had our end of trend here play out, so we got this swing on the 1500 to make. So it's all swinging down now. So it's just a giant triple, well, kind of a little bit of a head and shoulders type move. And just all this was actually very, very weak buying. Well, wasted 3 points, kind of trying to catch the breakout either way. Right, here we go. Now I'm just moving my target to 38.75. Got 3 points to make up. So let's see. We just kind of dropped through towards the day's lows. What was support here? Come on, 44.25, yep, so we bounced at that. Exhaustion selling on the 500, but that's just a technical point in a Rambo pattern, so we'll get a little bit of a bounce from there. But we got this to play down on the 4500 tip bar chart. We're through resistance on 15. Would have thought we'd made, you know, a pullback to end of trend on 500 since we yeah, it was just cruising around there. Just bizarre, all of these, look at those, and then doesn't want to go. I suppose the Rambo patterns of the signal, you know, it just didn't want to blow, and blue professional bars kind of come in as soon as that one gets taken out to the low, bang. Anyway, so we're going for a biggie, and on this time frame, so 13,500, we got support, and we're kind of falling through that, and we got this move down on the 40,500 to play out. So had a bit of a bearish bent today, and this could be the trend move of the day. So let's fingers crossed for 38.75. A minute later, this is huge in terms of reading. 1500 tip bar chart minus 9,000. Pro signals just gone off here, and we got blue professional bars kind of coming in at 45. But this could easily just be you know, kind of falling through the ice and getting this move going. Got to hold on. I mean, 42.75 was my original target, which, you know, would just have been hit, but got to hold on to pull back to end of trend on the 500 at least, and then we're through here on the 15. So, you know, we're shooting quite far past the in terms of a trend move on 15 below support. So maybe this one has to play out to a pullback to end of trend too. Certainly pretty excited down here, but anyway. So we just had a bounce because of that divergence kind of come in, so let's hold on. Okay, we just had a little bit of a retrace into a Rambo pattern on 500, so at resistance and kind of playing down again to new lows. Interesting, that wasn't a pullback. And at a down bar. So we got support kind of coming here on 45. You know, Amadadar's kind of. Sometimes this is because, you know, the tape's kind of, you know, basically exhausted out of positions, but it's not ideal. But this was a huge reading, like 11,000 or something on or 9,000 on the Better Momentum 1500 tip bar chart. So it's got to form at least a divergence pattern before kind of stopping. We're continuing down a whole bunch of blue professional bars here, so we've gone through. Here we go. So 38.75 is what I'm shooting for. So a whole bunch of blue professional bar support coming in here. Maybe that's kind of like a lurch down, get everybody kind of trapped. It could easily be a bullish divergence signal kind of come in here. Okay, bullish divergence gone off on the 1500 tip bar chart, so first kind of signs of the move slowing. This wasn't negative 11,000, it was a huge reading. We kind of tested back up to the 44s, so we're coming back down after resistance coming on the 500. We ought to see some kind of end of trend move here. That wasn't it. So I'm at a down bar and it just bounced off there. I hope I haven't missed my exit down here at 41. I mean, that's classic kind of lurch down tactic and picking it up as it kind of goes through, but it was at support here, but we normally would have seen some kind of pullback to end of trend on the 500 tip bar chart, and we're a little bit of ways from support here. Yeah. So hopefully this is just kind of pushing, testing back up, trying to get a rally going, and then we lose confidence and then kind of come down and we'll kind of break the lows. That's what I'm hoping. Okay, just going to sit through this retrace up to 44, and this is where my original target's always nice to be out at, but getting greedy, moving targets just means I have to sit through retraces. Good thing though, Rambo pattern's just gone off here at 44.5, there and there. This will be pullback in a downtrend on the 1500 tip bar chart. This was kind of amateur up bars kind of going into this move, amateur up into a Rambo here. So we're coming down, we've got resistance kind of playing out here, and we kind of run out the clock here in terms of the strength in this move, and now this will move down into a downswing here. So hopefully this will play out, pull back to end of trend, we'll break 42, kind of keep on going down to my target. Well, it's kind of wanting to test back up. Yeah, so still going to hold this short, just wait for this to play out. So here we go, we made a little second Rambo pattern on the 1500 tip bar chart, amateurs up there, and then the professionals stepped in on the 500 tip bar chart there. Pullback in a downtrend's just gone off there, coming back down, so the professionals just on this little break took the opportunity to get short, and here we go. So now we're playing down on pullback to end of trend on the 1500 tip bar chart, and I'm just hoping we break the lows. So if we do that, we will get some more fireworks, which could bring me down to my target. Come on, fingers crossed. Okay, so here we go. We had a little bit of a pushback and then kind of collapse. 41.50 I think was the low previously. Got a little bit of time to run here and pull back to end of trend, and if we hit 150 or thereabouts just after that, we'll run a whole bunch of stops, trigger them, and that'll kind of yeah, so there's always, two Rambo patterns, amateur up bar on 15. There's always a little bit of technical resistance at kind of previous lows like this, because people are seeing a double bottom potential, but strong, okay, two Rambo patterns. I still think we're going to play down. We've got to play this thing out. I mean, yeah, we've had blue fresh bars come on the 4500, but wasn't an exhaustion signal or anything like that. So here we go, we're coming back down again. As soon as we break it again, should get some fireworks, and 38.75 is a little bit of a stretch maybe. Okay, so here we go, just had blue professional down bar through support here, kind of falling through the ice there at this kind of 41.5 kind of previous lows, really important. So we just need to tick down a couple of times, and then bingo, there we go. You saw those stops just got run simultaneously that was sitting there. Let's have a little bit more, please, just a little bit more. And we got this kind of support coming in, blue professional bar. Might be a flush signal when it goes off. Exhaustion selling down here, minus 4,000 on the 500 tip bar chart. Just a little bit more, please. Should be pullback to end of trend on the 500 tip bar chart, so I just need to hold my nerve. Okay, now we've had a whole bunch of little bullish divergence signals kind of come in here, but they're right on the zero line. We need something kind of intermediate to stop this. We're just running out of kind of positive energy here, just flowing up on the 500. We've got a cross happening, which will be pullback in a downtrend, so the energy will flip. Here we go, as we're breaking the lows again, and come on, 38.75, just need it to go, bingo, there we go. Now ended up being flushed down there, so bingo, 38.75, got it. Awesome. So with flush signal kind of coming, minus 10,000, another exhaustion selling signal, blue fractional bar kind of down here. It's probably, well, we've got a form pullback to end of trend. This actually didn't signal pullback, got really close, but then kind of kept on going, so we're keeping going down now. But that was exciting. 4.8 on that one, which is awesome. Now, 2 trades previously for a loss of 3, so I'm only up 5, but that's good enough for me. That was good enough. And on the longer time frame charts here, 40,500 tip bar chart, we're kind of playing down. It's going to be a really interesting day. So we're now breaking through support on the 4,500 tip bar chart, so I think, and 13. So we could be, this could be a big day, could be a big kind of trending move. Well, where it might stop is here on the 40,500 tip bar chart, but then in that case we've got to find pullback to end of trend on the 4,500. Anyway, that's me done for the day. It's 9:24 AM, and hope you traded well. Enjoy your weekend.